What's up? Just Sammy33 back again. Another video in the hot tag series. This video requested by Corey NBA, the top matches in 2019. So I have a little bit of help here. So I'm going to have to look at my notes. We're going to go through a couple. How many for sure, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the list, but we're going to talk about some just kind of in general. I want to say it's going to be like 7 or 8. Can't confirm though. We'll see. Starting out, number 1. And I have the dates too for people that kind of want to take a look, or at least a pay-per-view if not. So the first one I want to start with is Roman Reigns and Buddy Murphy SmackDown August 13th. So Buddy Murphy, as we all know, he's on Raw now. Part of Rollins' stable, tag team partner. They'll get their rematch coming up very soon. Basically this weekend. So Roman Reigns and Buddy. Buddy lost the match, but there's a thing in wrestling. It's not always about if you win or lose. It's how you look in the process. And Roman made Buddy. I won't say made him, but the match was great. It's probably if I think of Roman Reigns' best matches, probably up there. For guys that don't know Buddy wrestled on 205 Live, was the Cruiserweight champion for a bit. We lost to Tony Nese at Mania. Man, let me tell you, Buddy looked like $1 million in that match. So he may have lost to Roman, but he gained a lot from that match. Gained a lot of respect, and I think it's one of those things, like now kind of Paul Heyman sees a talent in him, and it's going to be able to take him and use him on Raw, but it's being able to graduate from 205, having that type of match on SmackDown for everyone to see against one of the best guys on your roster. Huge, huge, huge. Nothing but big things for him. Another one I want to bring up, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley looking at pay-per-view. Last man standing match at Extreme Rules. The finish was kind of ugly. I don't like we're going to slam, person X through this, and we obviously know it's padded underneath. For me, it kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. Like, okay, I slammed through a table, or thrown off of this, but we know there's like a bunch of cushions down there to help break the fall. I get it. But, man, Braun and Lashley went at it. I was really hoping that this meant both of them would get big pushes coming out of it, but it didn't necessarily work that way. For anyone that says Lashley can't go, I definitely advise you to watch that match. Same with Braun. Braun's an Intercontinental Champion now, but I always thought that match would kind of send both of them different directions and skyrocketing. It didn't really work out that way, but man, that's definitely a good match, especially after what happened on Raw with the whole going through the stage. How could you move on from that moment and do anything bigger? They gave us this match, and it was a great match. I think we're at 2. And number 3, this is no particular order, but I'm just kind of going through matches. You knew he was going to be on the list, guys. I bleed Johnny Wrestling blood. NXT TakeOver Phoenix. I'm so mad that I didn't go. Royal Rumble. Johnny Gargano against Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship. Johnny's first singles championship in NXT. And I didn't go. Feel terrible about it. Could have went too. Feel terrible about it. Great match against Ricochet. Him actually doing something unusually, I won't say dirty or even heelish, but just aggression that you don't see out of Johnny. This is kind of when he was having that weirdness where it looked like he was going heel, going rogue, and he wins. He dropped the belt to Velveteen after, but it's monumental for me. It's his first time winning a championship on NXT that wasn't a tag title, and it was a great match. Ricochet looked great in the match. Johnny looked good. A lot of back and forth action. Johnny comes out on top. Man, that was a great match. Definitely go watch it again. And I'm not being biased. You guys know I like Johnny. That was a really, really good match. We're at 3 so far. Just trying to keep tabs. 4. probably could have like three matches of these guys on here: Ray and Andrade. But the match in particular that I like is the best 2 out of 3 falls on SmackDown, January 22nd. I literally could watch these two wrestle for like have an Iron Man match. It would be great. These guys have such great chemistry in the ring. Lucha backgrounds, adding some technical stuff from Andrade. Like they just like the pacing of the match, the psychology of the match, just how they're able to get the crowd going. Like they have just great chemistry. I wish that they could have a Mania match. Maybe we trend that way. I don't know. That match was amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to watch that match. If you want to see like what good wrestling looks like, that's one of my top 5 matches of the year. I'm not listing anything in any order for this, but you definitely have to watch them wrestle. And I think there was a point where they wrestled like 3 out of 4 weeks. Like that's like we just could not get enough of it. Like they just have such great chemistry. Um, I kind of don't want to use this one now, but I am. This is an awkward one, so this is going to be more of a moment than an actual match. If you watch the match, you know, um, Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky. I was there for WrestleMania, the main event. Both women's titles on the line. You know, Becky won. Kind of the botch at the end, kind of sloppy, but I'm gonna say for the moment. That's why I'm gonna list this match. Um, it's the first time in WWE history that the women have main event at WrestleMania, not a pay-per-view, but WrestleMania. And it took long enough for them to main event a pay-per-view. Like I said, not the greatest match, but just the moment. And then Becky, who the crowd has been behind for months, gets that payoff. You don't always get that at WrestleMania, but we definitely got it that night. So I want to give a shout out to them. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest match, especially the way it ended. But truth be told, it's such a huge moment. I couldn't leave that out. So the most over person in the company wins 2 championships at the grandest stage. I'll take it. Speaking of Ronda, I'm not done with her. Ronda versus Charlotte. Or sorry, Charlotte. Ronda versus Sasha. Royal Rumble. Mm. You just knew she was going to win. I mean, let's be honest. Ronda wasn't going to drop the title. You knew she was going to go into a WrestleMania. To that point, though, she hadn't had that match yet where you're just like, huh. She had a good match with Charlotte at Survivor Series. Yes, it didn't end. But her title reign was just kind of like it's, we know how great she is. Like the way she beat Alexa was just too easy. Anaya, solid match. I haven't forgot about you, Anaya. I know you're lurking somewhere. Um, but you're just waiting for her to have like that match to say that she's arrived. And it was Sasha. Sasha got the best out of her. Sasha lost, but Sasha gained a lot from that match too, or at least so we thought. Looked great in it. She went on to win the tag titles with Bayley, but she looked amazing in that match. Just further showing, hey, if you want to give her a lengthy run with the championship, not only can she handle it, she's going to be solid in the ring. Ronda, I think that to date is her best match, and that's the way the year started. So that was a nice way of, first pay-per-view of the year going into Mania, and then going from there. Just sucks, the stuff that obviously happened with Sasha after the fact, but still, that was a great match. Great way to start out the year. Last match that I want to add on here. This is my match of the year. I think we're at like 6, so 7 matches total. The match of the year for me was Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, the 2 out of 3 falls. Yes, Johnny lost. I mean, I could have said take over Brooklyn since I was there, and that was his first, when he won the championship. It's hard not to say the 2 out of 3. Adam won the belt back, and then you have this match, and it had everything. The first fall, Johnny basically got himself disqualified and said, whatever, F it, and just, beat him down with the chair. That helped him get the second fall. So you have the split, you have the cage come down, you got the weapons up there, and you have the ultimate gamble that doesn't pay off, and what a match. Just, I was disappointed to see Johnny lose, but I haven't been that invested in the match in the WWE for a while. And just think about that. That was earlier in the year. So I've gone months without just kind of having that type of big match feel. I didn't feel that Johnny was going to win anyway going into the match, but I can't help but feel invested. But man, that best match of the year. Easily WWE's best match of the year. Nothing even compares. Nothing. Um, I'm going to throw another one in here too, just because since I'm thinking about it. WrestleMania, another match that ended up with me being disappointed, but loved the match. Kofi and Daniel. It's not top five for me, so I guess somewhere in my eight now. So it's eight matches I've listed. Man, the crowd was into it. They work well in the ring together. I feel kind of disappointed we don't get to see more of them one on one, but we kind of had the shenanigans leading up to it of him kind of being, you know, Vince basically standing in the way of him being able to get a title shot. He finally gets it, and he's able to cash in that opportunity and win. But their match at Mania, honestly, best match of the night. You could argue best moment. For me, it was the main event, but man, best match of the night. Like I said, it's guys like that that make me really enjoy wrestling, because when you have two guys like that that work so well in the ring, compete against each other, you get art. Just point blank. That said, though, Adam and Johnny, like I said, it's the best match of the year in WWE. It's not even close. Thanks for watching. The next videos will have something coming out probably on Friday of, shall we say, best WCW matches of all time. And then after that, I believe we have a pay-per-view coming up on Sunday. So yeah, I kind of need to give you my predictions so I can see how many matches I get wrong. I said thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.